1 minute. Okay. All right, great. All right, so I see some requests from some of the students. Let me introduce myself and then we'll start. So first of all, thank you for coming for this live. And I'm Ankit and I'll be your host tonight with the rest of the successful candidates who passed their PCE written exam in September. PCE written September exam. So basically this live is purely to acknowledge those two kids who worked really, really hard, acknowledge their success, acknowledge their hard work, acknowledge their sacrifices, and successfully passing their written exam. So this live is purely dedicated to congratulate those hardworking students. And again, I'm Ankit and I'll be the host tonight for this live, and we are going to have a lot of successful candidates who will be sharing a lot of important things that can be beneficial for anybody who's going for November exam or PC exam next year. All right, let's see. Who do we have? Let me see some requests. All right, let me get one by one. Give me 1 minute. Okay, all right. Let me get Kashmina, Amita, and Chintan. Let me invite them. Let me see if they're here. And if you have any question, just feel free to let us know. Like, you can share your questions. Let me get Amita also. And hi, ma'am. Give me 1 minute. Let me get one more student. Chintan. I don't see Chintan here right now. Okay,
hello, sir.
Hi. Is this Amita?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me fix my camera. Hi, Kashmina, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. First of all, congratulations for such a huge September success for StudyBuddy team.
Thank you. So we'll start with, I think, let me get one more student. Let's say, let me get Arpita in. She is there. So let me get her in. I have this runny nose, so I may be a little slow on that. But anyways, congratulations to both of you. Like, it is amazing. It is very big success. And I know, so Kashmina is my senior from college, so I'll be addressing her as ma'am. And we have Amita here, and we have Arpita. So that's all. Arpita, congratulations, since we didn't get a chance to talk.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, sir.
Sir,
So-
all credit goes to you and all StudyBuddy team.
How do you feel?
Big thank you. So relieved.
The results are really awesome. And
It's completely a sigh of relief. And you know it, like I've been all the time behind you, Ankit, what to do next. So it is a big relief for me.
Well, again, I have to say that this is an achievement. Passing the exam in first attempt with with a new scoring pattern, with all the stress, and the stress coming from July exam. And
Exactly.
You guys decided to go for the exam and pass the exam. So again, that decision to go for the exam itself put you ahead of anybody else. So you guys definitely deserved it. Anyways, we'll start with Kashmina, ma'am. So she is my senior from college. She was my senior, and she decided to join us. So again, and she was very humble anytime she was talking to me. So I know her, like, she can be an inspiration to anybody who has kids. Like, she has 2 daughters. So what do you want to share with any student who has family and kids, and how did you manage? Because I have a daughter, she's 21 months old, and she is very it is challenging for us. So with 2 kids, how did you manage? What do you want to share with students?
See, basically, I would like to share my journey with a narrative. Like everybody, it's like so that it becomes a little interesting for future aspirants and the viewers. So we all know about the relay run we used to do in school days. So like it has a baton and it is a line person with a gun to fire gunshot to start the race. And we all have a goal which we can see.
Mhm.
So that baton, my degree of physiotherapy, I was having since last 11 years, but I was not running.
Mhm.
But last year, October 21, the baton changed hand from me to my husband, and then it was a boom. It took an express pace, and see today in 11 months, I am here with an outcome of pass.
Yeah.
So what I feel like it was all started from a scratch. Like just to have a thought of attempting PC to credentialing to prepare within 11 years of gap and two kids especially around. It was very tough, but I like at the end pass is such a sweet success,
Yeah.
which all came with sacrifices and ups and downs. My seniors, you as a mentor, and they all invested such a valuable time that I'm here and you explained all the concept in detail.
Mhm.
So I hope I've made you proud,
Yeah.
and I firmly believe if anyone wants to be appear in this exam, I think it has three P's according to me. First is people.
Okay.
Like people, I mean networking. And for me, I spoke about the line person. So for me, that is you, Ankit sir. Like you were the trigger point in my life to push me. And you will acknowledge it very well because if you would have not given me right direction, I would have caught in wrong hands and struggled I don't know how long.
Yeah.
So important is net like people if you have around you so that you get positive vibes to achieve your milestone.
Yeah. And you know,
So that is
I
more
remember one
important.
thing when I talked to, and this is I'm sharing with all the audience. When I talked to her for the first time, and I said, okay, go for the exam, pass the exam, and then come to Canada. She's in India right now, so she'd be going through that route of work permit and then coming to Canada. So I told her the only option is forget about express entry or this and that PNP programs. Take the exam. That's a sure shot. Pass the exam, and somebody will be willing to sponsor you. And her thinking was uh, like she was very scared, just like any other student. Like, will I be able to do it? Will I be able to
Yes.
manage time and with the kids and that anxiety? And look at this. Look at her. Like within 11 months, she finished her credentialing and passed the exam. So very impressive. Like very impressive. Now, anything about your kids? Like, seems like your kids were very cooperative. They did not disturb you with anything.
Like hats off. Seriously. They were all the time praying, Mama, when will your exam get over so that we can be with you?
Yeah.
See, I took a break from my in-laws and I went to my mom's place, no doubt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But there also, my kids, they were very cooperative, touch wood.
Mhm.
And I somehow I managed my time. And as I said, you were there. I'll mention Khushbu ma'am. You guided me to Khushbu ma'am then. Then she was there to literally, like what I say about her, she literally penned down every minute details, like granular details she shared me from, like we shared same college as well.
Mhm.
So she told me whom to meet, what to talk. So everything I got, like things fallen in place for me
Anyways,
on
I think
right
overall
time.
it's quite impressive. I think you should be proud, and it
Yeah.
makes when your daughters grow old, when they'll understand all these things, like what my mom did for herself, they'll be super proud. So, anyways, we'll go to Amita. Amita, share a little bit about you, Amita. Like a little bit about your background. Like what college are you from in India, and when did you start thinking of
It is
PCE?
taking a book of physiotherapy again in my life. It was a long journey because I have done my graduation 2006. So
2006.
yes, so it was just a dream to be a Canadian physiotherapist, like pass the PCE written exam.
Mm-hmm.
But initially I was not prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Few of my friends suggested me about the PCE StudyBuddy,
Mm-hmm.
and even at that time I was not sure. After starting my credential, I was not sure. I was thinking I don't know anything. I had good experience in India, but
Mm-hmm.
I know it is not worthy
Yeah.
over here with this
That is the
exam.
humongous experience. Like you graduated in 2006.
Six, yes.
I started I started my college in 2006.
That's why
Proud to say that. This is very impressive, Amita. I mean, and what college are you from in India?
Mangalore Vikas College,
Okay.
Rajiv Gandhi University.
And where were you working as a PT?
In India?
Like, what part of India?
Yes, Anand, Gujarat.
Anand, Gujarat. Okay.
Yes.
That's great. So, what do you want to share, Amita? Like, any tips for students going for November exam? What are those amazing tips that you want to share? Like just one thing that was most helpful in your preparation.
I would, to be honest, I don't know, few don't believe my tips, like consistently watching the recorded lecture.
Okay.
Some days, according to my weakness, I choose Ankit sir lecture and Mayank sir lecture. But till the 8th of September, I used to watch the lecture. And I don't know, like with the super speed, I always finish my lecture within 1 hour, 1.5 hours. But, more than notes, it helped me a lot.
The lectures.
And from the lecture, I used to make when I go through the question, I used to go through the question, some question I got the wrong. At that time, when I check again in the lecture, not the notes, because it helped me a lot.
Yeah, lecture has a lot of small things like one-liners that I mention or that any of the instructors mention, and it depends on the student how how efficient they are in catching those keywords. Because if you catch those keywords, you can remember like a lot of things. You'll be able to understand, oh, this is why this was mentioned, or this is why that was mentioned. So I did hear a lot from students about like repeating lectures.
And during the house course, it is really helpful. Like while making the food and whenever I just start the lecture and doing anything, I just go through those lectures by myself. I introspect with those lectures concept, and again and again remember those points. Before May, I haven't opened Kisner. I never go through the Sullivan for the neuro. It was like lecture is my strategy.
Yeah. Now, did you have any mentor?
Yes, Kiran ma'am was my, and it helped me a lot.
That's great. All right. So again, thank you, Amita. So let's go to Arpita. Arpita, I know you from the class, like answering all the questions in the chat box, always taking over. And sometimes I have to check what Arpita is answering. maybe that's the right answer. So Arpita, share a little bit about you, about your background.
Yeah, so I finished my master's in 2014. Then I was working for 1.5 years in a hospital in Odisha.
Okay.
Then I moved to States. Then I couldn't find any links to how to start. I didn't have any idea about NPT StudyBuddy regarding that. Then I moved here. Then 2021 August I joined StudyBuddy.
So you were in USA for a few years.
Few years, yeah.
And then you moved to Canada.
Yes, sir. So my daughter was born there, so I didn't got chance to got into study. So then I moved here, and in 2021, I joined StudyBuddy. One friend suggested me because I didn't have any option. I didn't know anyone. Whatever I friends got here through StudyBuddy only. So it's another plus point for me.
That's
so
good.
Yeah, lecture was the key. And I always try to attend live lectures, because recorded I don't feel like I can interact. So in live lectures I could interact. As you said, I was always on the
you did not need to interact. You were always answering questions. You did not have any question.
Yeah. No, not like that, sir. But yes, I believe only the concepts whatever I got through the lectures only, and I used to make short notes during the lecture, and on the next day I went back to again the recorded lectures. So
now, how many times, like all three of you, how many times did you guys repeat the lectures?
Sir, whenever I got stuck, I go back to lecture first.
Okay.
So that was my first.
I personally saw them thrice.
Yeah.
I
don't know how, because I personally have never listened to my lecture, so I was never a student of myself. But I did hear from students, not only PC and even NPT students also, the ones who repeated lectures. Like now we have the website and you can play the lecture at a fast forward. pace. So the ones who repeated the lectures, they were more successful than the students who just watched live class one time. That's what I felt in all these years. So repeating the lectures, even after hearing from you guys, it does sound like it was beneficial. Any one tip, Arpita, that you want to share with students who are going for November exam?
So I would say only reading, as you said also many times in the class, only reading and going through books and all the things over and over again, it doesn't help. Like you have to analyze the question, and even you don't know the answer, what happens with me always, like if I don't know anything about that topic, for example, but with the elimination and anticipation, I always go correct. But I did silly mistakes with the known things.
Okay.
So I believe that only studying doesn't work. You have to analyze the question, and before going to the options, you have to see the question and anticipate, like what can be
the right answer. So you did anticipation.
Yeah, and also I took mentorship of Hitesh sir. Yeah, so I learned that technique very well because yeah, we worked on that. Because after working on it, my score really improved.
Anticipation, that's good. And because what I've seen is a lot of time in the class, I do mention about anticipation.
Yeah.
Many students don't know what is anticipation. What are we talking about? So again, having a mentor, I think even Kashmina, you had a mentor. Ankush was your mentor, right?
Yeah. Yes, Ankush Shekhar.
Yeah, that's. So one last thing, like because as you know, there was a lot of fear about ethics. And ethics was a major section in July exam, like more than 80-90 questions. Now you guys going for your September exam, what was your preparation? Like we can start with Kashmina. What was your preparation for ethics? What did you do especially for ethics?
See, for ethics, as you said, I always try, like after reading the question, I always try to put myself in that question. Because what we practice here, like internationally, everyone practice. So India, there is some other kind of practice we follow. Like we can go with patients as well and all. But ethically in Canada, it is so different. So I will always try to put myself there. And what is best for the patient? I thought that. And important was like going through the standards, whatever notes you have provided on the website. I read it thoroughly. Like ethics was my main, like every day I devoted 1 hour for ethics.
Yeah.
And important is the keyword in that question. For ethics also, whatever they have written, but at the end, what they want. So that keyword was important, and then you can put yourself, so answer will be in front of you, like as said, anticipation. So that was the strategy for ethics.
That's good. And anything, since you guys took exam, anything that you felt that came in exam and you were not prepared of? Was there anything in exam that you were not prepared of, like in ethics?
No, like your 3 days lectures, they were more than enough.
Okay.
And also,
that you can easily attempt all the questions.
Yeah. And also, sir, whatever materials you had given us, like I think I had gone through all, and also whatever you suggested to read on the website, like case of the month, and all the like 3 lecture class, like ethic lectures are more than enough. You won't feel left out in the exam. I can assure that after doing all this, like only towards the end, because I think it was short of time and the questions were a little bit lengthy, not a lot. So it was like you just need to strike right away. You don't have time. But then also I feel well prepared.
You knew the answers.
Yeah, well prepared. I think I followed one thing, like choose the most polite way. That helped me. Like which one is the most polite way to choose between the options.
Yeah.
So yeah, your classes were great, sir. It helped a lot.
That's great. Anything, Amita, you want to share with the students who are like listening?
Yes, they said your paid ethics class are really important. And on top of that, you used to say in the lecture, connect the dot in the MSK, but I use this strategy in the ethics also. Ethics also with the website. I used to read Ontario website, and sometimes I made by myself one scenario, and I create my question on, and I always think like when you ask the question in the mock exams and some of the in the lectures, so how to connect those questions with those concepts, and by those strategy I like overcome with this ethics problem, like because in July we heard lot of problems. Yeah, that's why.
And even in July, they do not have any problem after the exam, but when the result came in, then it became a problem.
Yes.
But anyways, again, I want to acknowledge you, all three of you, for your hard work, for your sacrifices, and like patience for all these months. So again, good luck with everything. I'll say all three of you, good luck with everything. Stay in touch. If you guys need anything from us, let us know. One thing I'll request you guys is just take a pledge that you will help any student who's going for the exam, November exam, any StudyBuddy or non-StudyBuddy student, respond to their questions on Facebook if they reach out to you. Because I personally think that if you help others, God will help you more. So you have your clinical exam.
Yes.
Definitely. I took this pledge when I started my studies, that even I am studying, I let other people also study with me.
So just respond to their questions if you get any questions, any help, if anybody needs help, because a lot of people needs different kind of help, not just always about studying, maybe some other help, stress or managing time or anything. So just help them, and then as I said, good luck for your clinical. We also have a clinical exam. Are you guys based in Toronto, like Ontario area?
Yes, sir.
No, I'm not.
No. So you Amita, are you?
I will be needing your help.
No, you're not. Where are you located?
Saskatchewan, but I'm planning to move.
Yeah, everybody moves from Saskatchewan.
I will be there, sir, for the next clinical.
That's awesome. So good luck with everything, and stay in touch. Let us know if you have any questions. Okay.
But
I'll let you guys.
Definitely, and thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much, sir.
No problem. Enjoy the success now.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, let's see who
Thank
do
you.
we have for this live. And you guys can leave the room if you want. Like whenever you feel ready, you can leave the room. That's completely fine. Okay.
Yeah.
That will allow us to add anybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And in the meantime, I'll try to answer some of the questions. Just the lectures and notes are enough. So Nimra, lectures, notes are enough. Take practice exams. That will be helpful too. But primarily lectures, and then notes, and then practice exam, and then strategy classes. Yeah, let me get Alicia in. Okay, so I think you guys can leave the room. Let me help. Let me get her in. Okay, thank you. Okay, and if you guys have any questions, just hey Alicia.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Feeling all right?
Yeah, feeling awesome.
Okay, let me see. Who do we have for the mentorship? Any other students we have? Okay. Okay. So Alicia, again, congratulations. Again, this live is purely to acknowledge, like, you worked hard for this exam, and this was your first attempt. I know that. And what's your score, Alicia? I think you did share. What's your score in this exam?
655.
655?
625.
625. So what do you want to share about your preparation? Because like you were studying first timer, and are you based in India right now, Alicia?
No, Canada.
Canada?
Here in Ontario.
So what do you want to share with students, like who like any tips for ethics? We can start with ethics. Any tips for ethics classes?
First of all, your paid lectures are like on top, like on point.
Okay.
The other thing is, as you said, as in every class or every strategy class, to just go and read the websites and materials every day for an hour. I like strictly followed it. And I used to, like, every day at night before sleeping or something, I used to give at least 1 hour to ethics every day in last 2 months. Especially after July exam, we were all panicked that there are lots of ethics questions, and it was such, and a level of anxiety was really high that time. But then reading and again attending your classes, I probably attended your paid ethics classes 2 times.
Yeah. That's
And
what
I,
we recommend. At least
yes,
attending them twice is a good idea, because one time everything is a bouncer. Yeah, like you have no idea what's going on, and that's what I heard from students. Like repeating it, those live classes is quite effective.
yeah.
Uh, and how about like studying? Any strategies that you want to share? Like, how did you manage to like complete the whole course and manage the stress and then exams and attending the classes, finishing lectures, notes? How did you manage all that?
So initially, like I had in my mind that I want to go since last 1.5 year.
Mm-hmm.
I was like in between, I started reading books and stuff, but it was so vague for me that I did not had any direction. It was just reading, 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 and reading. And meantime, StudyBuddy had some offers going on and free classes in between, and that's how StudyBuddy came into like my scenario.
So
I
you
learned.
did try preparing by yourself first.
Yes, yes,
How
yes.
many months did you spend on that?
Probably 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah.
And then you saw some of our promos.
Yes.
Now, what do you think, like preparing by self and preparing with classes like StudyBuddy? What's the difference?
Huge difference. The concepts that you don't get anything when you keep on reading. It's just like you are reading like a parrot, and the concepts are so vague, but when you like explain the stuff in lectures, the concepts become so clear and it remains in your mind for like a long period of time.
Yeah.
Like recently I'm also like helping other students to prepare.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so surprised that after like 1 month also, all the concepts are there in my mind as it is as I studied with the
It will
lecture.
stay there. I can tell you, you know what, one thing I want to tell you, these concepts will stay, and you'll feel amazing when you apply for these jobs, and the interviewer who is going to interview you, probably you'll know more than them. So that confidence will be there. I can pretty much assure you for that. So go with the confidence. Yeah, definitely you don't know other things at work, but this knowledge, muscular or ethics knowledge, will stay with you. Again, a lot of things could be different at work in terms of ethics, but what we learned in class, what is right, what is wrong. So definitely that will help. And one more question I have, Alicia. The question is, how about our exams? What's your take on our exams?
Initially when I took like exam 1 and exam 2, I don't think that I was so nice with applying all the strategies, and I did not score very well. I scored about 110 and something around that in the first. I guess I scored 129.
Okay.
But after like as you say that StudyBuddy 3 is little tough and as like same level as the real exam.
Mm-hmm.
I scored less in that too, but after that, when I took 4 and other exams, I started implementing the anticipation strategies and elimination strategies more, and that's how like I got some answers all right.
Yeah, because that's what I heard from students, that exam 1 and 2 we have kept it easy intentionally for a reason, and then when they take the exam 3, their scores are low. Then they realize that studying is not enough. You have to apply strategies. So even if you know everything about your hip, knee, ankle, but that is not enough. You have to start applying strategies to like start getting questions correct. So again, those small things does make a difference. Let's see if we have any other person. Somehow I see somebody is not. Okay, I do see Aarti. Hey Aarti, how are you?
Hello, hi sir, how are you? I'm good.
Good. Again, Aarti, congratulations for your. I know
Thank
you
you.
did the exam earlier, but again, congratulations.
Yes.
So
I
Aarti,
especially joined because last time I couldn't. So I'm here to motivate all the mothers here.
Yeah. Do you have
Especially
kids?
I have two.
2 kids, 2 boys,
Yeah.
2 girls.
No,
What?
my older one is almost 10,
Okay.
and I have a toddler at home. So with
And they are
them,
both boys or
sorry?
girls?
No, younger one is girl,
Okay. And the
older
boy.
one is
Okay.
boy. Yeah.
How old are they?
So I'm 36.
And how old are the kids?
My older one is 10, younger
10
one
years
is
old.
3. Yeah.
Wow.
I passed in 2009.
2009. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Which college, Aarti?
From Ahmedabad, Government Physiotherapy College from Ahmedabad Civil
Is it
Hospital.
VS?
Yeah, no, not VS.
Civil
Civil
hospital.
hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The BJ Medical College. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, BJ Medical. Okay, that's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
we do have a lot of students from BJ. So,
Yes.
Aarti, again, congratulations. So,
Thank you.
what's your strategy that you want to share with students? What is something that they should or they must follow?
Yeah, my strategy is, first of all, lectures. Like, I hardly read books, I would say, because I had like much less time compared to other students who are like always studying and discussing. I had no time for that. With the toddler at home, you can imagine, right?
Yeah.
So my strategy was just attending live lectures. I think I attended 2 batches.
Okay.
And then yeah, because I started studying very earlier, then I went back to India and stuck there, so it was a long process. I rescheduled my exam twice because I never felt prepared, you know. So
nobody feels prepared.
Yeah. So yeah, remember I called you and you were like, you will be never prepared if you just keep postponing.
Yeah.
And then I was like firm that I will be doing in July. Everybody say July exams are tough. Then I'm like, enough with this because my kids were suffering. So lectures. I've watched lectures minimum 3 times, all of them. Maybe
Okay, so I
not the
think
other
3 times is the
systems,
key.
but
2 or 3
yeah,
times is the key.
yeah.
Because I have been hearing that a lot, like the repeating lectures, because first time when they hear the lectures, they get 50-60%. Second time when they repeat lecture, they get like the understanding is better. And third time, like it's 100%. So I guess maybe repeating lectures is the key.
Yeah. First time when I was attending lectures, like after this many years, right, you're studying, then sometimes you have no clue. The concept that you understood back then that you're aware of, the new concepts like connecting dots and everything were very new. So again, repeating lectures, third time you're like pro, like I know this stuff, I know that, like all the muscles from like top to bottom, I know the line of pull, you say, right? The angle and everything. So you know, like you don't need to read it now, you can visualize everything. So that was my strategy, understanding the concept. If I don't understand, I just go back the lecture. Like even recorded lectures, I took 2 to 3 hours to finish, because if I don't understand, I just go back, I make notes, I go back, I make notes. So I never make notes from studying the books, I make notes from the lectures only. For MSK I did Kashmir, but cardio, neuro, just the lectures. For cardio, I didn't read any books they are telling to read because I couldn't. I tried, but I didn't feel that I'm getting, you know, enough knowledge from the books, because you're reading, and you just miss the important concept, important things. So then I stick to notes. I tried within like 1 month so reading books, but it didn't help me. So questions, rationals. I have and I never made like handwritten notes. Everything is in my word, as you said. I followed strictly. Like it was new for me. Like I didn't know I was able to, you know, do that, but it was the easiest thing. I'll recommend everyone make notes in your word. Never make handwritten notes. You just go there, edit, keep adding stuff in the like particular topic like shoulder or hip. Just keep adding there. It will be lifesaver at the end. Everything is just there.
That's what I tell students every time in the class, but the problem is many people are not very comfortable.
I see nobody is following, like hardly people are following it. We were discussing in the groups and everybody's like sending screenshots of the notes they written, but this was a lifesaver for me. I have written rationals around like more than 100 pages of words, more than that, like rationals,
you know what,
because
Aarti, it's purely a hard work, because again, it's not just by watching or anything. Like you have done a lot of hard work. That's the reason you passed. So even Alicia, you guys passed for a reason. It's not, there's no shortcut. As everyone know, there's no shortcut. We have to work hard. And any tips, Aarti, you want to share about ethics? How to
ethics? Ethics. I think it was my strongest point, I would say, because everybody was scared with ethics, but somehow I got the strategy, like what they're asking, and that came with the lectures, like repeating lectures, and of course doing more and more questions. I've done like so many questions of ethics, and I came to the point that like I always get the answer correct. So that was my confident like area.
That's really amazing. So, Alicia, what do you want to share?
Helped me so much.
Thank you.
So definitely whatever Ankit sir and the team says, just follow it.
Follow it, yeah.
Trust in the process. I know there is a lot of anxiety that kicks in at the last moment too, but just trust the process of watching lectures again and again, revising the rationales till the end movement, following all the things that your mentors tell you. That's
Now, did you make your own notes, Alicia?
I maintain the way you told us, like cause, symptoms, and examinations, and then treatment plan for each and every condition. It was so easy to revise at the end. Like initially it took about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but at the end moment it was like 2 minutes, and you revise all the conditions so quickly. Which really helped.
So initially everyone has to work hard, like making notes, or maybe like noting down important points. Eventually then it's easy. So anybody who's listening right now, I mean, nobody has passed the exam by by luck. They all have worked hard. All of you have worked really, really hard, and this hard work will definitely eventually you'll find it easy. So if you want to pass the exam in first attempt, this is the strategy. All right, that's cool. So let me see if we have anybody else. And so one thing I'll again share with you guys, just make sure if anybody reaches out to you for help for any preparation or any strategies, please do help them. There are students who need help. And so when are you going for the exam? Like both of you, what are your plans for the clinical exam?
For clinical?
Yeah.
Not decided yet. Maybe next year, because I was planning for NPT also. Like I wanted to finish it by this October, but somehow my credential didn't work out.
Okay.
So I wanted to finish it together, you know, as I was reading, I went in July and then October. So now next year, maybe I'll do clinical here and NPT together, like back to back.
How about you, Alicia? Like
within a year, sir. Within a year.
Within a year?
Yeah.
And you're based in Ontario?
Right.
Yeah, me too.
That's great. That's great. So think about like we do have classes for clinical exam too.
Yeah.
I do teach I teach ethics. I don't teach the whole section. I teach ethics there. It's going to be beneficial. And again, good luck. Good luck with everything.
Just a shout out to my mentor, sir, Komal man.
Komal is your mentor? Okay. What do you want to say about Komal? Share something.
She's amazing. No descriptions needed for her. Like every moment, whenever I text her, 11 p.m., 12 p.m., she is there with the reply at that moment, at nights too. And
Komal is amazing. I've heard like amazing things about her. Like share something really the most important or most amazing thing that she was doing and that helped you the most. What was that? The most important part of her?
The rapid fire.
Rapid fire?
Oh my God. Amazing experience with the rapid fire she took. Every class, and I was like, spine is my weak topic. Take the rapid fire next time on spine. And she was ready with spine questions. Pregnancy, non-system, everything. Like I was so like glad that most of the times that helped me even to remember those concepts in the exam. I was like, I had 2 or 3 questions. I was like, I don't need to even look at the options. I know the answer quickly, like any second.
And those things matter. Those small things matter. And I want to tell everybody who's listening to this live right now, mentors do play a major role. And because it's important, like, so did you have any mentor, Aarti?
Yes, I had Kiran ma'am.
Kiran.
Yeah,
so what
she penned down like everything to and then keep us on track. Like, you know, the person like me with kids can easily lose a track or a day or 2 a week when kid is sick. But when you are in pressure, like you have a mock test coming in, and she make it very concise, so you don't need to go through it. No, a lot of things. You give focus on the important topics because it is easy to be, you know, going here and there when you're studying. Yeah, and it's, MSK is never ending. So,
and mentors definitely are there because what happens is, again, the purpose of joining mentorship is not like to learn something out of the box, but basically to stay on track. And because what happens is, we give you the plan and everything, you have the lectures and notes and everything, but nobody's going to follow up with you like, okay, are you studying or not? But with mentorship, like you have classes twice a week. So that is a motivation that, no, I have to go for this class and then at least I have to study. So that extra motivation I've heard from students, and I've seen that mentorship does raise the passing rate by at least 25%. Mentorship, so that does make a difference. So again, thank you again to both of you for your amazing feedback. Please do help everyone who reaches out to you, and help all the StudyBuddy students or non-StudyBuddy student too. And if you guys need any help, anything from us, let us know. Good luck for the clinicals.
Okay? Also, sir, a piece of all the students going in November or March next year, please do keep up with the quizzes that are updated every week.
Yeah. Questions is the key. Right? Doing questions is the key. Yeah. Nothing else will help you later. Yeah. Like keep more. Like I did mostly the questions last month. Nothing much, and then you get the concept clear. You read the whole topic, and then you face the question. You might still get it wrong. After that, you go back again to that topic, and then you're clear. Then you are ready to face any questions from that topic. So that's how it helped me.
Yeah. That's great.
More questions. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, more questions, everyone. Please do make sure that you're practicing quizzes and exams on time. That does make a difference.
Mock exams every week. Must.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Awesome. So good luck. So you guys can exit the room. Thank you again for your time, both of you. Good luck and stay in touch, Alicia and.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Arti. Bye bye. All right. Let's see. If we have any questions. And guys, feel free to ask your question right now, since we don't have any other guests right now, so you can ask your questions. Let's see if I can read it. Okay, hi. So those of you who are just joining right now, we are discussing about the success stories, and we are acknowledging all the students who passed their written exam recently. So again, I'm Ankit. If you just joined us recently, I'm Ankit, and I'm the host of this session. All right, Ipsa, don't worry, we'll help you. We'll help you how to move from your home country, whether you're based in India or Nigeria or anywhere, Philippines, we can help you. We do have employers here in Canada who can help you do your paperwork. You guys just need to pass your exam. That's the only thing you need to do. Planning your exam in March. So guys, Krishna, the best time to start mentorship will be for March exam. I think reach out to the mentors in December, or you can reach out to them now. Probably the mentors do get full very fast. Our mentors are different from any other classes, and they get full very, very fast. They have that extra content that is not available with any other mentors. So any other mentors out there. So our mentors are quite amazing. Even if you're taking classes anywhere else, reach out to us. We'll be able to help you. Now, again, one thing I want to tell anybody who was a student, even if you're not a student of StudyBuddy, you missed your exam by a few points, reach out to us. We can help you. All right. Krishna, if you're a StudyBuddy student, send me a text. I'll be able to share their numbers with you, and they can you can reach out to them. Okay. Any other question we have? How do we pay? How do we have to pay for ethics lectures? You can pay on the app. You can pay on the app for the ethics lectures. All right. So now I'm planning my exam. Okay. How to retain or recall, Honeybee. So to retain things, the only option is revision. Okay. One more strategy that you guys can follow is like doing practice questions more often. When you practice questions more often, and you have to eliminate options A, B, C, and D, your brain is revising or trying to recall things. Why is A wrong? Why is B wrong? Why is C wrong? Or why is D right? Those small things can make a difference. So repeating questions, even if you have done the questions, it's important to go back and repeat it. Practice it. Okay, even though you know answer is C. C is the correct answer. But repeating it to understand why is A, B, C wrong. That's a revision. So please do practice questions, revise questions, and repeat it again and again. That will make a difference. All right. Any other questions before we end this live? Any other questions that you guys have for us? Ipsa, I'll have your name in the list will be waiting for you. Abhinandan, if you're in the second year of BPT, starting early, I can tell you, if somebody would have told me to focus more on study Kistner, Sullivan, and Maggie more sincerely, that will help you, because we use the same books here in Canada, or even if you decide to come to America, pretty much the same thing. So specific book to practice questions. So we do have practice quizzes on our website, and we have quizzes section wise, like shoulder, elbow, hip, knee, ankle, and posture, gait, PNI. So we have questions section wise on our website. If you are a student, just use it on the website. Or if you want to use it on, we have the book on our website that has a lot of questions, so you can use that too. Saunders can be a good source for practicing questions. Euphoria, I don't know if you're a student of StudyBuddy, if you have paid in the past, it's just one-time fee, and you have access to those ethics lectures for the whole 1 year. I just had a baby, but I'm playing. It is possible, Manur. It is possible. Again, keep in mind, there's no shortcut for this exam, but you will have to give time. You just have to manage some time. With studies and everything, like with your family. If you can manage a few hours a day, this can be done. It's very easy. It's not very impossible task. You just have to manage a few hours a day. All right. So, all right, I think that's it. Let's see if we have anybody else for the live event. If anybody else want to join in, any of our students who passed the exam, if you guys want to join in, just send the request. If any of you who passed the exam, and otherwise we'll take a few more questions and we'll end this live. Okay. All right. Thank you, Manu. No problem. Let's see. No problem, Chintan. You just need to work on how to use Instagram. Anybody else? Or Chintan, just share your strategies in the chat box, and that will be helpful for the students who are listening to us live. Bhumika, we don't have any discount going on. Probably there won't be any discount for anybody who's joining in November, December, or January. All right. Okay. I do see a request from Chintan again. It's trying hard, but seems like it's not working. Okay. All right. Course extension fee is $200. And if you have a mentor, you don't have to pay any extension fee. Just take a mentor, save some money. Yeah, you earn much more. Yes. Before the fee goes up, join the classes. All right, guys, you have a great night. Again, thank you for being amazing. Reach out to us for any questions. If you missed the exam for any reason, could not make it, reach out to us for any questions, any concerns. Thank you, Rohit. We'll help you. And good luck who's going for November exam. Okay, even if you're not a student of StudyBuddy, we have this ethics class this weekend. Join us. You will learn a lot. All right, guys, have a great night. Good luck. Bye-bye.